Shubhodin Gorindas back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to bring you more content about Arsenal transfer news this time around because, of course, we are definitely very much close to the January transfer window of 2021, and of course, we have to nail it one by one, whichever the players are being linked, and most importantly, the young strikers of Europe have been linked with Arsenal. One of them will be discussed tonight. Of course, another midfielder in Morgan Sanson, and of course, the chances of Isco coming to Arsenal. A lot of sources are talking about it. We're going to discuss that in detail in this video, and of course, some more comments from Arsenal legends about Arsenal and some other players. So, without any further ado, let's jump into it. But first, let me tell you, if you see daily Arsenal content, consider subscribing. I have to tell it because, of course, new viewers are definitely coming in. So, if you've been watching my content, I think I come up with I come out every single day with these kind of news stuff. And the best part that I would really like to bring it for you is the live. Yes, we go live every day, 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So, if you've got any questions about the transfer news about Arsenal, to find out the possibilities of certain transfers, it will be awesome. But moving on, let's talk about it. Well, Ray Parler has opened up about Arsenal's chances. He says, you look at Leicester winning the league at 5,000 to 1, and they won it. So Arsenal can get relegated. If those start picking up points and start turning it around, then there's a real problem there. You can't let it build on. I completely agree with them. Well, there's more to it than meets the eye. Also, let's talk about Hossein Aouar. So, according to Le Parisien, Aouar is not a priority for Paris Saint-Germain because Le Parisien actually come up with the goods. They say that the Aouar is not a priority for Paris Saint-Germain. We came to know yesterday that the big reason what it was, according to Don Draper, who tweeted it out, that Paris Saint-Germain currently are prioritizing a deal for contract extension for Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe's father also has confirmed that yes, they are still in the talks with the PSG management, and of course Neymar Jr. So two new contracts to the two biggest stars of Paris Saint-Germain. The way they have been in the European football competitions, these two are a must for them to get some more silverware. But moving on, let's talk about some other stuff that we've got here. Is Gabriel has a new trim, ladies and gentlemen. I'll show you the image properly. So this is the new trim of Gabriel. Of course, after the red card, this guy deserves it, man. Okay, fine, you got a red card. That was silly. You'll definitely get all the stick that you have actually deserved in it. But I'm sure you might not be able to see this, but this is a list of the number of tackles made last season by all the players. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is at the top of the list with 129 tackles. Now, why am I showing you this? Because number 13th on that list, if you can see, there's a yellow, number 13th on that list is Emiliano Buendia. Yes, Emiliano Buendia with 82 tackles. The guy is an attacking midfielder. He's actually made 82 tackles with a lot of ball interceptions and ball recoveries in higher up the pitch. So this guy can do all. So Emiliano Buendia, ladies and gentlemen, compared to Hossein Aouar, does all the dirty work, does all the work that you would ever expected him to provide, and that itself could be a blessing in disguise. So Arsenal should not look anywhere else, but Emiliano Buendia is what you would want to hear. But moving on, according to Sport, Arsenal have joined the list of clubs considering a January move for Isco Alarcon. Yes, Isco Alarcon, who is a part of Real Madrid midfield bunch. The guy is definitely not getting his minutes in the Bernabeu club. So right now it looks like he might be on the move. And Arsenal, of all people, are super active for Isco. They are listening. They are waiting for a move. But the problem is 5 to 6 million euros is his salary, which he's not going to compromise on. So if Mesut Ozil leaves, I think Arsenal can definitely afford Isco's salary. But moving on, Marcel Desailly has claimed for Olivier Giroud that he says that Giroud will never be as important for Chelsea as he is for his country. He said he is not the future of Chelsea and he can never be the main man. He can only be important at moments for the club because Lampard can be clever to study the opponents and use him in specific games against teams who don't like facing a player with his strengths. I believe that Lampard has helped Giroud shine often by getting a lot out of him, but he can't be the first choice for Lampard. He has Tammy Abraham and Timo Werner to compete with, so he cannot maintain his first choice status from the start until the end. It is just down to Lampard to use him at the right time, get runners behind around him to allow him to shine. He's 34 years old now, so don't ask him to be the main man, but make sure that he is important when he is needed. With his age and his status as a world champion, then I think this is about how and when you use him. So yes, Oli Giroud is definitely going to be used more, but more importantly, there are lots of things important for Arsenal than making news about Oli Giroud is Abdallah Sima. Now this guy is 50 million pound rated Slavia Praha's striker. This guy plays for Slavia Prague. Is 50 million rated, 50 million rated, and Arsenal's he is one of the transfer speculations. Now, uh, Sima has been likened to Thierry Henry due to his searing pace. Yes, that is the big reason why Arsenal are really interested in him. A pacey striker is what they're at the moment looking at. So if you can check out Abdallah Sima, you can check out his videos. Of course, is really an exciting prospect. And moving on, Alan Shearer thinks Mikel Arteta should be given two more transfer windows to revive Arsenal. So former England striker Shearer told Coral, he says, how well Spurs are doing is probably heaping more praise on Arsenal, and I don't see them getting anywhere near the top four this season now. They need to try and string some good results together, and a 6th or 7th placed finish now looks like their best outcome. The board needs to stay calm and give him time to turn it around with support in the transfer market both in January and next summer. The issues Arsenal have had for the last few years now will not change in 6 or 12 months. It will take a while to get them back to where they want to be, and they need to back Arteta to do that. So Alan Shearer speaks so much well compared to a lot of Arsenal fans, man. But moving on, let's talk about more stuff. A Porto starlet Fabio Vieira is still at the center of speculation concerning Arsenal. We already reported that to you, but it looks like Vieira has a 27 million pound release clause, and a lot of football sources mention that Arsenal are very, very much interested. Also, Marseille midfielder Morgan Sanson is reportedly on the January radar of three Premier League clubs, with Arsenal previously linked for the 26-year-old. Now, Marseille want 22.5 million pounds for him. So, Leighton Sport claimed in August that Arsenal were frontrunners for the ex-Le Mans and Montpellier stars. So, yes, Morgan Sanson is in the mix with three Premier League clubs eyeing for his signature. And Bukayo Saka says repaying the faith of Ghana supporters in his ability drives him on. He says, Arsenal fans know that I always give my all for the club. When I am on the pitch, I am always doing my best to make them happy and repay the faith that they've shown in me and all the love they've shown to me. So yes, we love you, Bukayo. We know that. But moving on, ex-Arsenal and Everton striker Kevin Campbell says Billy Gilmore will be fantastic for Rangers. He says Gilmore would be a huge asset to Rangers without a shadow of a doubt. He's a very impressive footballer, a young man who has been injured and now he's back. He needs game time. To be able to get regular game time and play for Rangers would be fantastic for him. Also, Martin Keown has backed Mikel Arteta. He says he needs to be backed. I'm really pleased Edu is speaking now in support of the manager. He should have spoken far sooner. I think if the fans were all allowed back in by some miracle next week, they would be behind the manager. I think it is not a time for panic. Arteta has shown he can win. People would always say trust in Wenger. Now we need to do that with Arteta. He wants to make changes, and sometimes when you make changes, you go backward first before you can go forward. And even Kevin Campbell said, I already mentioned it, I guess. Kevin Campbell has also given his backing to Mikel Arteta because he wants Mikel Arteta to succeed. Now, if you remember, Arsenal actually could not complete the signing of a player. I don't know if you remember him or not. Yes, Omar Rekik. Of course, some of you eagle-eyed Arsenal fans definitely remember it. Hertha Berlin defender Omar Rekik takes to social media to all but confirm imminent Arsenal move. So the defender has already confirmed an imminent Arsenal switch. You're going to go check it out in the social media. And also, well, for those of you who were asking, I also was in doubt. Arsenal will be without Gabriel for their only game against Everton coming up in Goodison Park on Saturday. Of course, there's a watch along for that. So, because of 2 yellow cards, he will have a 1-match suspension only. It's going to be just a 1-match suspension for Gabriel Magalhaes. And of course, we might see him in his new trim playing for Arsenal in the upcoming games after the Everton game, which is the Manchester City game, the Carabao Cup, or we could see him against playing against Chelsea. So these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes back from every single day, twice. So what you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell icon. The beautiful, and the best content of football is definitely coming your way. So sit back and relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in the next one. Consider subscribing.